Hey guys, welcome back to FIDI, and today we're going to be looking at an October portfolio update. Obviously, I'm documenting their journey to financial freedom and what that looks like. And so as I've been tracking my progress in that journey, I've been keeping track of what I am currently invested in. Looking at the portfolio, there has been an increase this month from about 74,000 to 77,000. This has mainly consisted of continuous growth in my retirement fund, which is my KiwiSaver account. My KiwiSaver or retirement fund is invested in the Global 100, which is the top 100 US companies. And so you can see that the performance over the past 3 months has been quite good, and especially when considering the other funds, I'm definitely happy with the decision of staying in the Global 100 as my largest investment, in that being the Kernel KiwiSaver. But moving down, we can see that in the property there hasn't been as much of an increase. But what has been interesting is that, you know, a lot of the main banks in the Oceania area have been trimming down mortgage rates. There's been a decrease in the OCR, and so that has meant that the interest rates in which are needed to take out a loan has been quite decreased, and that is great news for the property market. One thing I did want to note is that there has been quite an increase in the value of my Rocketlab shares this past month. This has gone from about 6,000 previously to about 8,000, and that has just been fueled by absolute growth in the Rocketlab stock. There is continuous momentum in the space industry at the moment, and that has funneled directly into Rocketlab and ASTS, a couple other companies in the space industry. And so Rocketlab has been performing quite well. I do look to try and invest further in Rocketlab, but the current price is far more than anything I could have imagined this year. Apart from that, I continue to see small growth in my Sharesies, in which I've invested in a couple of various companies that I'll put on the screen now. And again, Tiger Brokers, for example, is a trading platform I've used for a couple more risky investments. These include, 2 times leveraged instruments and derivatives, and other more risky plays like options, which I'm not as familiar in. So still doing very few investments there. But this has been more of a really good learning space for me. And I've made a couple losses, but also had a couple big gains. Most recently investing in BYND, the Beyond Meats company that became a bit of a meme stock. And so after seeing that pop up on my Reddit, decided to invest in and saw a bit of growth there. And so that's kind of where Tiger Brokers has come in, as less of an investment but more of a risky play. And so you can see the amount in there is very small, and I've labeled the investment as speculative. But in terms of my portfolio, that's all the changes that came to mind. Again, continuing to work, again, continuing to try and increase my income, and again, continuing to try and decrease my expenses as much as possible. Hey, like and subscribe to the video. Check the link below if you're looking to get started investing and get $5 off your first purchase. I'll see you guys in the next video.